All right, this is actually an exciting time. I just about hit 500 miles on my bike, and I'm going to now do a review of the bike at 500 miles, more of like a tune-up or a check-in. Things you got to do at the 500 mile mark. There's actually quite a few things you have to do just to maintain your bike. You wouldn't think so, but you do. A lot of them are centered around the brakes, and then we're going to get into a couple other things around the pedals and the cranks. So first, the brakes. You're probably going to realize around the 400, 450, 500 mile mark, your brakes, when you squeeze them, they don't engage as well anymore. You got to squeeze them really hard and really far in for them even to engage. And that's for several reasons. One, the brake pads have worn down. At the 500 mile mark, my brake pads only had 30% life left. So you need new brake pads. Those are pretty cheap and pretty easy to get, and you can do that yourself. And I'll be doing a video on that shortly. Secondly, you need your brakes bled. So you have mineral fluid, mineral oil going through your brake cables, and they get little bubbles in them over time. And those bubbles kind of keep the brakes from really, squeezing and engaging tightly. So every time it hits an air bubble, it kind of creates like too much leeway and give. So you got to get your brakes bled, which means they take the fluid out, they get rid of all the bubbles, and they put it back in. Ultimately, it's something you can do yourself, and I'll be doing a video on that with a local bike shop showing you how to do it. But it's definitely something you're going to need to do, and that's probably why your brakes aren't really tight right now. You can also, in the actual brakes, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing right now, but in here, where the end of the brake actually engages the rest of the brake arm engages the rest of the brake, there's a little screw. And if you tighten that, it also helps you adjust the brakes a little bit. But it only gives you a little bit of adjustment. So that's pretty much it. Okay, one more thing. Your brakes are also gonna squeak. I got several comments on how every time I would hit my brakes, they'd squeak. And what's the deal? Well, the deal is the actual drum on your brakes, like this silver drum down there, gets a little like tacky and sticky. And you gotta get this stuff called brake squeal. S-Q-U-E-A-L, brake squeal. And it's just like little solution that you kind of just wipe on those brake pads, and it makes it just much less friction, and you won't hear squeal anymore at all. It actually just overall makes the brakes so much more engaging, fluid, and just better. So you're gonna definitely have to get that. A few other things. One, right down there where the fork attaches to the where the fork attaches to the axle down there are these little black bolts on either side of the bike. These little black bolts with a little Allen wrench head. And I've had one of them fall off and the other one crack and break and fall off. And if you look at it, those are the things that actually hold your axle on in the front and the back. So you're gonna wanna call SUPER73 or go to their website and get new ones. Or better yet, try to find new ones on the internet that are the same size. Hopefully SUPER73 can tell us the actual size, because they're a unique metric size. But you gotta get new ones of those, because it's gonna happen. Whether you fall or just over time, they're gonna work their way out and they're gonna break. And that's really freaking dangerous, because your axle is what holds the entire wheel on. So you gotta get new ones of those. The other thing is when you fall to the left or you fall to the right, or you bang your pedals on something, you're gonna get bent pedal crank arms. You know, the arms that actually where the pedals connect to the bike, you know, those arms that you crank, those bend in. And when they bend in, it makes the revolution of your pedaling kind of wonky, you know, like really weird. So you're gonna wanna get new ones of those, and they're actually really short compared to other bikes. So you're gonna wanna get longer ones, and just about any pedal cranks will fit. And I'll be doing a video on that too as well. So a lot of these things I'm telling you about are just things to consider. The other thing is, when you fall, you're gonna bend your pedals. Your pedals are really kind of cheap. The stock pedals are really cheap. So your pedals are gonna bend in, and that's also gonna kind of affect your pedaling. So you're gonna need new pedal cranks and new pedals. And that's kind of the major things for the 500 mile check-in. A few other things to consider. The bike, the tires are really thin on the Super 73R, the RX, and the S2. And you're gonna just about go over any kind of terrain and you're gonna get a flat. And it's because the tires are so freaking thin and puncture a bolt. Even though you put tire liners in them, you're still gonna get punctured. And originally I thought the Kenda Crusades, which are on the aerial riders, are awesome, but they don't fit. I actually bought them and they don't fit. They're too big. So you don't want to get the Kenda Crusades, they don't fit. You want to get Mongoose. And if you do a search on the internet for 20x4, that's the size of our tires, and the most puncture resistant, you're going to find Mongoose tires. That's what I got on this bike right now, and I'm doing a test of them, and in about a week, hopefully, fingers crossed with no problems, I'll be letting you know how well they work. But you're definitely going to want new tires, because the ones that come with the bike are really thin, and they just puncture all the time. So those are the major items. The other one is the seat, the stock seat, very uncomfortable. You're probably gonna wanna get a new seat. If you go on Etsy and search for Super 73 seats, you'll find some. They're mostly by a company called the Super Squad, and they sell seats. They actually sell them out of South Korea, but they get to you in about a week. Extremely high quality. So those are the major items that you need to get fixed on your bike. A lot of them I'm going to be doing videos on. I'm going to be doing videos on the brake bleed, videos on adjusting your brakes, videos on pedal cranks, on pedals, etc. So I'm going to be doing actually changing your brake pads as well. So I'm going to be working with a local bike shop and be doing some videos on how to actually do those. And then I'll link to where you can buy the parts and stuff. So anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully this was valuable. I'm going to do a little bit more shredding here, and I hope you enjoyed. Just got my bike back after a while, by the way. I was getting it fixed. I was getting some new tires put on, some new inner tubes. I was getting my brakes bled, and some new pads. And man, bike feels so good. A, to have back. B, to have those things fixed. I'm enjoying my new tires. For those of you that have been watching my channel, you noticed that I probably had some videos that were non-Super 73. I had the Caisson Cabot. I did a video on that, and I did a video on the Segway X160, and that's because where I was getting my bike fixed, I had to kind of borrow a couple bikes just to do some videos. So anyway, I'm back on my Super 73, as you can see, and doing some new videos on the Super 73. I plan on doing most of my videos on this bike like I was, and hope you enjoy. But from time to time, from the local bike shop, I'm probably going to be doing some videos on some other bikes. Maybe an aerial rider, maybe you know, an S2 if I can get my hands on one, Super 73 S2, and maybe some other bikes. So stay tuned. Anyhow, I'm hoping, unless I missed it, that there's going to be an update on the freaking firmware pretty soon, because I can show you some more torque. On that Caisson that I was on, it only goes 20 miles an hour, and it only has a 100-watt hub motor, and this one has a 1200. I freaking went up a hill, throttle only, from a dead stop. And I tried doing that today on the Super 73, and I made it, but I went 3 miles an hour. 3. And on the Caisson, I went about 8 or 10. And so, I mean, man, we need some more freaking torque on this thing. So anyway, I'm gonna try to go up this little zippity-doo-dah path here on this thing with throttle only and see if I make it. I might make it, but I'm going slow, I bet. Hey there. Let's see what I hit. I am at a rockin'. Actually, I got to 14 miles an hour. So part of the reason is I had a little momentum. So not a true test. But anyway, all right, let's see. I am at 498 miles. So I got to go 500 miles so I can take a picture of it for the thumbnail for this video. Shredding along. Shredding. Should be singing my son's song, Super 73 song. Hopefully you guys heard that. I know the words because I wrote it. He did the music and performance, but I actually wrote the words. So I'm kind of proud of myself. Anyway, this is a really freaking cool path back here, man. You just like left and right and left and right and left and right. And it's like the freaking Lombard Street in San Francisco. Here we go, rocking and rolling along. Hey, what's up? Oh, I thought that guy was talking to me. That was like a skinny Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead. And he's talking to somebody else. Anyway, let's see. Anything else? Not really any other paths, people. Just gonna go back on that path. And then we'll probably call it a day. Excited to get some more content out there. All right, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna try not to break. Well, I take that back. If I don't break, I'm gonna die. And I won't even get this video to you guys. So I will be breaking. But I got my new brakes. You don't hear them squealing. They're tight as all get out. Very exciting. Brakes are so freaking important, people. Unbelievable. Wow. All right, this path rocks. Hopefully my mongoose handles this well. No problems I foresee. God, it feels good to be back on my bike, people. It's like somebody took my baby away and I got my baby back, you know? Oh my God, you see that? I got like a freaking half an inch off the ground on that jump. Wow. Been appreciating the support on this channel. Just hit 200 subscribers. When I started about 2 months ago, I had 10. So man, really great support, and I'm loving it, and I'm thankful, and I'm appreciative. And keep liking, keep subscribing if you haven't, and gonna grow this thing pretty big, hopefully. And I'm gonna occasionally do non-SUPER73 stuff, continual, so I can kind of try to hit all the I'm trying to hit 20x4 bikes, you know, all the bikes that are for the 20-inch by 4-inch tires. That's what I'm trying to do. So mostly SUPER73 because that's what I have, but I'm gonna try to do other bikes too. So stay tuned. That's gonna kind of be my specialty. All right, 499 miles, people. 500, I gotta stop and take a picture. Going into darkness. Pray for me. All right, not bad. Wow, awesome. That was freaking cool. Yeah, baby. The moon, the sun is actually like looking like the moon up there. It's pretty cool. Anyway, pretty dark out right now, even though it's only like 5 o'clock. We're getting close. We're 499 miles, probably in like 8/10 or something. I tell you, so far so good on these tires though. I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. They feel harder, like they're more durable. And when you feel them, like when you actually touch them, they are more durable. They're thicker. So I'm praying that I have better luck on these things. And the grip so far is pretty darn good. Loving the grip. Really like those all-terrain tires by SUPER73, but they let me down, I must say. They got too many goddamn flats. Killed me. Killed me. 499 miles. 499, 499, 499, 499, 499. Come on now. It's like the longest mile I've ever ridden. 500 miles. Are you guys kidding me? Look at this. Wow. Guy's coming. Somebody's coming. Hey, man. Oh my God. You guys seen this? 500 miles. Wow. Badass. Wow. Benchmark, people. Benchmark. Wow. All right. Pretty exciting stuff, people. All right. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video.